Now, tell me one thing. This goes out to the young brothers, young lads. Tell me one thing. Have you ever understood everything you have to do to gain confidence, uplift your self esteem, to be the best version of you? But yet, when you go outside in the real world, none of that happens. You know what you should do, but yet, none of it actually takes place. You tend just to forget what you should be doing and go back into what you're comfortable in being, the old you, running away from things, making excuses, lying to yourself. Now, I say this because I was just like that. And if I'm complacent, I can be like that again. So, how can you avoid that happening? What is it you need to do? You're accumulating all these knowledge, everything surrounded by you in the social media world about self-liking, self-esteem, self-confidence, best version of yourself, but yet implementing it is not happening. You tend to forget when you go into the outside world. And I don't just mean by being confident, like walking tall, good posture, good eye contact, remembering names, not talking negative about yourself. That I never remember names, that's all stupid. You know all of what you shouldn't be doing, but yet you're not doing it. I was exactly like that. The reason why, because you do not have a trigger to remind you that when you step out every day, you're going to get feedback from the world, what type of person you are, what type of confidence you have. But yet, because you don't have the trigger to remind you to conduct yourself to like that person that you want to be, you go back into being you. And I can speak from experience. But put it this way, everything that we react to, positive or negative, all has a trigger. To get up in the morning, your alarm goes off on your phone. You're tired, the trigger says snooze. You probably press snooze. You're looking forward to a date that you've been seeking for so long, and this girl says yes. The trigger now is date. What happens to your self-esteem? You're happy, you're looking forward to it. The list goes on. Someone that gets you angry, someone that irritates you. I know growing up, my trigger was just being reactive to anything. Just an angry young man. So we have triggers for everything we do. So today I'm going to tell you how you can have a trigger to remind you not to be talking nonsense about you, not to be allowing anyone to label you, to take action when you're scared, especially if it's going to make you grow and not kill you. So one thing I still use from this day, and so my trigger I carry with me as a grown man from this day on is a stone. I call it the stone of confidence. Now I know what you might be thinking watching this, but why would you need that to remind you? You're confident already. Hence the reason you're doing a channel like this. No, 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 no. I ain't no social media influencer. Come and lie to you. I am still on a journey to grow my confidence, because confidence is not a one-shop stop. In the 21st century, if you're not working on your confidence, you're going to get swiped by all the external negative noise and distraction that's out there. So I'm always going to need this, because the more you grow as a person, the more you get challenged in new surrounding, new situations, your confidence, your internal dialogue is going to test you. It's going to see like, you're not ready for this. What are you going to do? So this trigger I put in my pocket. It's a very funny shaped stone. It's big. It weighs a lot, I should say, in my pocket. It's very uncomfortable, not to the extreme, but just uncomfortable to say, what is that doing in there? But guess what? It's to remind me. The moment I put my hand in my pocket, it's to remind me to say, listen to your internal dialogue. You're meant to actually go for that presentation. You're meant to actually be more composed and not react. Dads, not react. to the mother of your child when she's inconveniencing you, not to react and take it out on the kids. This is to make you calm and have that conversation of positivity. So it's a constant reminder for me to do the things I should do and for me not to do the things I don't do. Now, why is this so easy to carry? It's small. And also, if I can carry my phone with me every day, come on, surely something like developing my personal development, my confidence, my self-esteem is more important. So I carry this with me and it works a treat. Sometimes it works so much that I don't even have to put my hand in my pocket. I just automatically remember, oh, I should be doing that. That's going to better me. Oh, I'm not in control of that, so I'm going to sidestep that. All because of repetition. Now, you don't have to necessarily carry a stone as a young man. You can carry anything that's going to remind you of the person that you should be working on to be, and to be approaching any situation in your life that scares you, that's not going to harm you. And also having that internal dialogue, positive internal dialogue, to shut off the negative dialogue. So it can be anything you want. And I come to a conclusion, the reason why we are not growing by hearing all these information out there, we're not doing the practical. We're not doing the practical. And the great thing about life, young men, something I realized, every single day of your life as you wake up, there's going to be feedback from the world. There's going to be feedback. You are going to find out if you speak into that person, did you give eye contact? Or you asked a question in class and you knew the answer, but you were so lacking in confidence and you got controlled by your internal dialogue that you said you didn't know it. Did you sit in front of the classroom so the teacher can pick you out, or did you hide away behind the other students? There's always feedback. And once you're always getting feedback to remind you how to conduct yourself and how to be the best version of yourself, it's to carry this stone. So you're sitting in class, you're doing whatever you're doing. It's a constant reminder. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope now you're going to look for something that's going to trigger you when you're out in the world to not be the person you don't want to be. And that's talking shit about yourself, and that's putting yourself down, and that's running away from things, and that's making people label you. Because I was all of that. I was all of that. You don't want to be that. So find a trigger today. Comment below what your trigger is, and share this video as well for those who may need this. Okay, one of the best things I've ever done in my life, constantly reminding me we've got so many information and distractions coming at us. We need something to constantly remind us of us, who we want to be. So get that, comment below, share this video. I hope you find it helpful. In my immortal words, as always, brothers, stay healthy, stay active, stay blessed.